A lot of folks have asked where would the idea for this project and this installation come from, and I think fundamentally the first thing it came from was our whole group, the design team, thinking fundamentally art should be a part of our work experience, part of our workplace. And so we sat together with a landscape architect, interior designer, and myself and others on the design team and kind of brainstormed how could we find a way to integrate art, have it mean something, have it be story that's part of RDG. As we were talking about that, we're talking about how our organization is like an organism and it grows and shifts and moves. And the landscape architects, it kind of reminds me of, you ever have seen those murmurations? We're sort of, what's a murmuration? And we started looking at it and realized it's this beautiful sort of organic form of starlings that you'll see, or it's described sometimes in School of Fish as they move together. And it was part of the magic was how do these organisms sort of understand and work and sort of in unison create this much larger experience. And so that led us to this idea of it becoming sort of metaphorical for our organization as a lot of individuals coming together and finding ways creatively to work together as a larger organism. Another part of the installation really is the art of the installation. And so as part of the team, we have Kate and Nick and others in our studio that are actually performing the final piece, the final act in a way. And it was fun to communicate that sense of murmuration and explaining the shapes and how the birds move. We found ourselves in the studio sort of pretending to be flying and banking in certain ways that, you know, sort of gave it that emotional quality that we were trying to search for. And they've done a beautiful job in helping us arrange those. Each bird, just like the idea of the metaphor, simply moving in unison and in conjunction to the bird next to it, and how we try to strive to work together in our own environment, in our own work creatively. So it's been the art of the installation.
We're using a process called slip casting. And the reason why we're using slip casting is because we can make the tile really thin and very strong. So slip casting is basically when the clay is in a liquid form and it's formulated in a very specific way to be in this liquid form and stay suspended in the water. And that's the process. Would you like to see a finished one? This is what the form will look like when it's done. This is that oval shape that we are casting right now. And it can be hung this way. It can be hung this way. We have put three holes so that it can be hung by really thin wire like this. So if you can imagine a sea of these hanging above your head as you walk into RDG, this is what they will look like. This is the last one. We'll do a bit of tweaking and then murmuration.